Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Marvelous Movie Mondays. This Monday, another rendition of MCU trivia. Very exciting. We've been having a lot of people just willing to do this on last minute or just very gracious when we invite them to do this. So we're very excited to bring on 4 rookies today. 2 people could be going to be competing right now in a match, and then we'll have another match later that we're going to be recording at a different time. But Kelsey, are you excited just to welcome more rookies in this league? I feel like we've been doing this for so long, but also not long at all.
Dill. I'm so excited. Yeah. We're making new friends. I feel like the MMM podcast is making its way through the internet now. More people are starting to know us. More people are wanting to come on and compete. I'm I'm thrilled.
Yes, and for those asking why we're not doing a Moon Knight review, it's because we do want to get trivia in once a month, so we will save Moon Knight episode 4, I believe, for next week. But this is all about trivia right now because we've got 4 rookies. The first 2, I'm very excited to welcome to the channel. One that I am meeting for the first time, Noah, and then Kerri, who I've met before. Her husband actually competed, I think it was 2 months ago on trivia, Chad, and he's been on the desk a few times as well. So I'm very excited to see what they both have to bring to the Marvel trivia stratosphere. All right, let's bring them in. So, introducing first, let me get this out of the way. She claims she is the strongest Avenger. Let's see if she can put it to the test. It is Kerri, strongest Avenger Webb. Kerri, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Great, yeah.
So good.
So what has your preparation been like for this? Are you excited? How much of a Marvel fan would you say you are?
I'm really excited. I'm a decent Marvel fan. I'm not quite as obsessed, I know, as some people are, but I've seen all the movies, most of them multiple times, and I love them all. I'm ready to prove myself worthy.
Wow.
There it is.
Awesome.
There it is.
There we go. We love
That's all the proof we need. She can lift Mjolnir.
Yeah,
she's worthy. She's one of 3 so far. I mean, maybe some trailers that came out recently show that someone else might also be worthy. We'll talk about that next week, Kels. Anyway, her opponent, bringing him into the ring, he is Pelvic Sorcery, Noah McCausland. How are you doing, Noah?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys?
We're doing great. So tell me about this nickname, Pelvic Sorcery. Where did it stem from? What was the inspiration?
I was trying to think of a Marvel-related nickname, and nothing was coming to mind. And for some reason, that Gamora line just stuck out like a sore thumb to me. So I was like, you know what? It's funny. Let's go with that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that will not be one of the questions asking who said it, because that would be too easy. But yeah, we're very excited for some Pelvic Sorcery here in this match. So before we get to it, let's just ask all the competitors, are you guys ready to go? Should we jump into the rules?
Ready to go.
Cool. All right, so the rules of round number 1. The players will be asked 10 questions in the realm of the MCU across a series of categories. We'll tell you the categories before we ask questions. Players will have about 15 seconds to write down their answer, unless it's a big question that involves a little bit more thinking. We'll give you 20 or something. Players will reveal their written answers and speak them aloud, so make sure you have your whiteboards or papers or whatever you're going to write on. Be creative. Have them handy. Each question is worth 1 point. If a competitor manages to get all 10 questions right, 1, you are awesome, and B, you will be asked an 11th bonus question if that's the case. Players must keep their hands on screen at all times, just because, cheating is wrong in this league, but no one has had that issue yet so far. We have been graced with very gracious competitors, but players will have 3 time heists if they want to repeat the question, if they want extra time to think about their answer, or if they just need clarification, or just want to hear it again, or just want to stall to annoy their competitor, they can do so. And 1 Mjolnir. We already saw Kerri holding the hammer, but if she wants to throw it into the ring for a challenge, she can. So can Noah. They have 1 per game. And if you lose your challenge, if the challenge is ruled incorrect, you will lose your challenge for the match. So I'll ask one more time. Kerri, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And Noah, are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. So let's get into round 1. Kelsey, do you want to ask the odds or evens?
I'll start us off, Dill.
All right, Kelsey, go ahead.
All right, question 1. In the category of Phase 1, what year was Marvel's The Avengers released?
Starting off with a nice movie release date question. Love to see it. So exciting. I love doing trivia. I love it when the pressure's not on me either. So
yeah.
All right.
And I like having you in my co-host spot with me, Dill.
Yes, thank you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Noah, what do you got?
2012.
That is correct. And Kerri?
Also have 2012.
Nice. Starting off one apiece. Strong start for both of you. Next is in phase 2. Question 2, phase 2. Moving right along. Who directed Guardians of the Galaxy?
My favorite film.
Yeah, another fun behind-the-scenes question. That is right. That is your favorite. I should be asking the competitors what their favorites are, so I'll ask them after this question. But first, let's get their answers. 5, 4. It's always good to know. 3, 2, 1. Kerri, what do you got?
James Gunn.
That is correct. Noah, what do you got?
James Gunn.
That is correct. And just so we can, find out, Noah, what is your favorite MCU film?
That's a very hard question.
Might be the hardest question of the match.
Maybe Infinity War.
Great. And Kerri?
I think I have to go with Guardians as well.
Cool.
It's a classic.
It has everything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Kerri.
That's actually very fitting because the next question involves one of the Guardians and Infinity War. Kelsey, why don't you ask the question?
Hey, there we go. We didn't even plan that.
Nope.
All right. Question number 3 in the category of phase 3. According to Mantis, what famous actor is one of Earth's mightiest heroes in Avengers Infinity War?
There you go. So yeah, we got a Guardian and Infinity War. Great how those just natural segues happen. Magical.
Yeah, we're winging it here at Marvelous Movie Monday.
Yeah,
And it's fine. It's our vibe,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna start with Noah.
Kevin Bacon.
That is correct. Kerri.
Also said Kevin Bacon.
Nice. 3-3.
Wow.
Contestants off to a strong start. Question 4. In the realm of the Avengers, so this applies to any of the 4 Avengers films. What is the first name of Tony and Pepper's daughter as introduced in Avengers Endgame? Another fun little character. Love this character.
She's so cute in that movie, right?
Very, very quotable.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to
Exactly.
get us all
There it
emotional. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kerri, what do you got?
I think it is Morgan.
It is Morgan. Noah.
It is Morgan.
Yes, it is Morgan. And
Stark.
we're tied 4-4. Morgan Stark. All right, Kels, go ahead.
All right, question number 5 in the category of who said it. Who says, "You throw another moon at me, I'm going to lose it" in Avengers Infinity War?
Nice. And thank you for not doing it with any inflection because I might give it away. You never know.
I tried my best. I read these quotes, I can hear them in my head, and I'm like, ooh, I got to keep it as neutral as possible.
That's right. All right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Noah, what do you got?
Tony Stark / Iron Man.
That is correct. Kerri?
I got it wrong. I could not remember.
That's okay. So Noah takes first blood, but it's still a very close match, a 1-point match.
Mhm.
Question number 6. In the realm of villains, Ava Starr is the human name for which Phase 3 villain? I also like this character a lot, too.
I do too.
Very interesting. All right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Kerri, what do you got?
I think it might be Ghost.
It is Ghost. Noah.
I couldn't think of her name, but I know she was in the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie.
That is correct. So now we're tied up again at 5-5. Moving on to question 7. So no perfect rounds, but that's okay because our bonus question will hang out in the question doc until someone hits a perfect round. But still, really close match, tie game. Let's move along.
In the void of questions that we don't ask. All right, question number 7 in the realm of Disney Plus. The Hawkeye series takes place primarily on the week of what holiday?
Yeah, so the Disney Plus questions, the new releases, they are still fresh, and the Disney Plus there's a lot of them. So we're never going to ask like super deep cuts. They're going to be able to be researched fairly easily without having to watch them all. Because it's a big time commitment. Those series. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe we're starting with Noah. What do you got?
Christmas.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Kerri.
Also Christmas.
Yay. Great holiday. Great series. Moving on to question
Great
8.
season.
In the category of Spider-Man. According to Spider-Man Far From Home, who is actually responsible for creating BARF, B-A-R-F, the invention Tony demonstrates at MIT in Captain America Civil War? It's a hefty question. That's a Kelsey question. A
Yeah.
lot of good detail.
I try to feed as much breadcrumbs as I can to the
That's
answer.
right. Yep. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Kerri, what do you got?
I'm hoping you'll take his villain name, Mysterio.
We will. We'll take either one.
That is
correct.
acceptable.
Noah?
I had his real name, Quentin Beck.
There we go. We got one of
That
each.
is
That's
also
perfect.
acceptable.
Love that when that happens.
All right, question number 9 in the category of new releases. In what European city can Cersei be seen living with her boyfriend Dane at the beginning of Eternals?
Another fairly recent one. Yeah, pretty recent one. There's some mixed reception out there, but I'm a fan.
I'm a big fan of Eternals still. I feel like I say that enough on this podcast.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Noah, what do you got?
I just realized you asked for city.
Yes, we
I'm
did.
not going to
Sorry.
read my answer.
Kerri, what do you have?
I said London.
That is correct, and Kerri takes another 1-point lead. So it's 8-7. So nice little lead changes and ties throughout this. So the final question in round 1, category 10, is actors and actresses. Which actor has a cameo as a theater performer portraying Loki in a play in Thor Ragnarok? This is a fun one.
That is a fun one. It's a fun little moment.
Yeah, one of those blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah.
But all right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Kerri to regain the lead.
I don't remember which of them it is for sure. I said Brad Pitt.
That is incorrect. Noah.
That's the other one, Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Matt Damon. That's right. The kings of cameos. You both guessed them, but Noah was right. So with that, we are tied up at 8-8, headed into the wheel round. That is so exciting. Love a tie game. Also a little nerve-wracking, but exciting all at once. So now I will be pulling up the wheel, and I will first I will explain the wheel round to you, and then I'll bring up the wheel, and we'll pick our categories, which are the same every match, but I'll still read them off to you. How round 2 works. Each player will spin the wheel to determine a category. You are allowed to respin, but if you do respin, you must take whatever the wheel lands on if you do spin again. I am Iron Man is code for spinner's choice. I am inevitable, code for opponent's choice. If you land on opponent choice, obviously the opponent will get to choose for you. There will be 5 questions in that category you choose. Players will have about 15 seconds again to speak their answer aloud. You do not have to write it down unless you want to, just for clarity. Questions are worth 2 points, but if a competitor would like to check down a multiple choice, that will be worth 1 point. And a competitor can steal if the answer is incorrect. If they're stealing on a regular question, they get a 2-point steal. And if it's a multiple choice steal, it will be worth 1 point. Players must keep their hands on screen at all times. And of course, you both still have your 3 repeats and your Mjolnir. Because we are tied, and we don't really have a favorite, Kerri, you were introduced first, so we will let you get the first pick if you would like to spin first or give it to Noah to spin.
I'll go ahead and spin first.
Great. So here's your first spin. Spin up this wheel. Let's see what it lands on. So it's so fun to find out. And it is actors and actresses. Kerri, would you like to keep it or would you like to spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right, Kerri's going to keep actors and actresses. So you will get 5 questions in the realm of actors and actresses. Kelsey, would you like to ask these ones or Noah's questions?
Sure, I'll ask actors and actresses. Why
Cool.
not?
So Kelsey, whenever you're ready, take it away.
All right, question number 1. Who plays James Rhodey Rhodes in Iron Man?
Terrence Howard.
That is correct.
correct.
Not sure if that was going to be a trick question or not.
I know.
It's a thinker, for sure.
That's good.
Question number 2. Who plays Peter's crush Liz in Spider-Man Homecoming?
Did you say if there are multiple choice?
Yes, there are.
There are.
Definitely.
Would you like to drop down?
Yes.
All right. Is it A, Zendaya, B, Kiersey Clemens, C, Amandla Stenberg, or D, Laura Harrier?
I'm going to go with D.
That is correct.
That is
for 1
correct.
point. Managing multiple choice very nicely.
All right, question number 3. who plays the Abomination in The Incredible Hulk and later returned to the voice. I'm sorry. I'm going to start over because I fumbled the question a little bit. Okay. Question number 3. Who plays the Abomination in The Incredible Hulk and later returned to voice the role in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
I'm going to go with multiple choice there as well.
Okay. Is it A, William Hurt, B, Tim Blake Nelson, C, Tim Roth, or D, Ty Burrell?
I'm going to go with Tim Blake Nelson.
That is incorrect. So Kelsey will repeat the question and the options for Noah. Kelsey, go ahead.
Alrighty. Let's see if I can get it right this time, the first time. Question number 3. Who plays the Abomination in The Incredible Hulk and later returned to voice the role in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? A, William Hurt, B, Tim Blake Nelson, C, Tim Roth, or D, Ty Burrell?
It is C, Tim Roth.
That is correct.
Yeah.
For 1 point steal. So Noah narrows the gap from 11 to 9. Question number 4.
This is not an actor. Oh, yes, it is. I'm so sorry.
Yes,
I'm so sorry. I misread it. Oh my God.
It's okay.
I should have studied more, guys. I'm so sorry. Question number 4. Which film features the first appearance of Chadwick Boseman in the role of T'Challa?
Captain America Civil War.
That is correct for 2 points.
He was great in that. One of my favorite parts of that movie.
Question number 5. Which James Bond actress appears as Maria Rambeau in Captain Marvel?
Multiple choice.
A, Naomi Harris, B, Lashana Lynch, C, Teyonah Parris, or D, Laura Harrier?
I'm going to go with Naomi Harris.
That is incorrect. So going to Noah for the steal. I'll repeat the question and the multiple choice answers. Which James Bond actress appears as Maria Rambeau in Captain Marvel? A, Naomi Harris, B, Lashana Lynch, C, Teyonah Parris, or D, Laura Harrier?
I will be.
B, Lashana Lynch is correct for another 1 point steal. So it's still a 3-point lead for Kerri as we go into Noah's wheel round. An impressive round for Kerri and an impressive steal round for Noah. All right, this is Noah's first spin. Give it a whirl. And it looks like the odds are in Noah's favor. It is I Am Iron Man, which means, Noah, you will get your pick. There are all the categories there. If you can tie down. A lot of pressure.
Let's go. Who said it?
Who said it?
Wow.
That is a favorite category amongst many in this league. Very exciting. And I will be giving the questions for Who Said It. Remember, Kerri, you will be able to steal if he gets it wrong. And, of course, you can check the multiple choice, Noah, if you please. So, question 1. Who says, "What is love if not grief persevering"?
Vision. I was going to ask if you guys wanted the actor or the hero, but
that is okay. The character name is correct. Vision is correct for 2 points. And now to take the lead. In Avengers Endgame, who says, oh, sorry, I made a typo here. In Avengers Infinity War, who says, "We have a Hulk"?
Loki.
That is correct for 2 points and taking the lead.
Sorry, Dylan and I are illiterate today, apparently.
We are. I did type it wrong. But, okay, question 3. Who says the line, "I don't want to kill anyone. I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from"?
Steve Rogers.
That is correct. Another impressive point there, or 2 points there for Noah. 2 more questions left. Next question. In Avengers Age of Ultron, who says, "Well, I was born yesterday"?
Vision.
That is also Vision. That is correct for 2 more points. And the last question in Who Said It? What Phase 3 villain famously says, "Is this your king?"
Killmonger.
That is correct, and that is a
Wow.
perfect 10 out of 10 for Noah for Who Said It. Very impressive round, Who Said It. But the game is not over. It is a 20-13 lead, so Noah does have a 7-point lead, but anything can happen with round 3. Players will choose 3 numbers at random out of 15, which will correlate to 3 predetermined categories. First question will be the easier one at 2 points. The second question will be a medium difficulty at 3 points, and the third question will be worth 5 big points, and that is the hardest of the 3 questions. The player with the most points at the end will win. Unless it's tied, then we will do a sudden death showdown. Players must keep their hands on screen at all times, and players have 3 time heists still remaining and 1 Mjolnir for the game. So, Noah, because you're in the lead, you will get to pick your 3 numbers first from 1 to 15.
12, 4, and 6.
12, 4, and 6. And Kerri, your 3 numbers?
I'll do 1, 7, and 13.
1, 7, and 13. Sounds good. So, Kelsey will continue to give Kerri her questions. So her first question, category 1, will be the 2-pointer in Disney Plus.
Alrighty, let me just scroll down on our document here. Here we are. Okay. In the realm of Disney Plus, which character goes by the fake name Geraldine in the town of Westview in WandaVision?
That would be Monica Rambeau.
That is correct for 2 points. And now for your 3-point question, which was category 7, which correlates to Who Said It. And 3-pointer and Who Said It. Kelsey, take it away.
Alrighty, Who Said It? 3-pointer. In Black Panther, who says the line, "Guns, so primitive"?
Shuri.
That is incorrect. The answer was Okoye. That was a tough question. So now Kerri will have an opportunity to tie it up with her 5-pointer and send it back to Noah to answer some questions, or Noah will win via TKO. This is the question that will decide that. And that question is coming from 13, which is Phase 1. Phase 1. So the 5-pointer in Phase 1. Kelsey, go ahead.
Alrighty. What college does Betty work at in The Incredible Hulk?
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right. What college does Betty work at in The Incredible Hulk?
I'll say MIT.
And your winner via TKO, Noah McCausland, the Pelvic Sorcery himself. Congratulations, Noah. The correct answer was Culver University. That is a very tough question. I do.
Oh, it's not even. Yeah. Maybe that's real, but maybe it's not.
But I don't know. But yeah. So those 5-pointers are very tough. But Kerri, you did have a very, very impressive. A very impressive round 1, and then of course round 2 you did check down a multiple choice a few times, but you did also get some deep holes in that as well. So great job. Even in a losing effort, you did a really, really great job. And Noah, congratulations, you win your first match here via TKO, which is exciting. Really that wheel round was the key for you. You did hit spinner choice and used it effectively with Who Said It. Noah, how do you feel the match went today?
I feel really good. I feel like Kerri is someone to watch out for because she made some pulls that nothing was on my mind when thinking of the answer. Yeah. So she played very impressively. I'm excited to potentially face her again because I got lucky in the wheel round. You get lucky or you don't. Fortunately, I got lucky today. So
that's right. And Kerri, how do you feel the match went today? How are you feeling after that?
It was better than I thought I was going to do, and Noah played excellent. So it was really a pleasure to go up against him.
Cool. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this, and of course doing it last minute as well. I think you guys only got like a week notice, and you guys really brought it today. Like I said, it's happened a few times where we got into round 3, but some matches have ended in KOs. So for both of you to make it to round 3, and for Kerri, you to get to the 5-pointer, was exciting because we haven't asked many 5-pointers in this league, which is exciting. So going forward, Noah, you said you might want to rematch with Kerri. Is there anyone else that you've seen either in past or you want to call out to join the league to perhaps face in Marvel Trivia, or are you just gonna see what falls your way?
It'll always be fun to play. Her counterpart, Chad, he's my teammate in another league, so that would just always be like a friendly competition kind of thing. But honestly, right now I'm open to anything. So
great. Yeah, we love that friendly competition. That's always the best competition. And Kerri, do you have your eyes on anyone? Are you looking forward to maybe competing again in the league, or maybe just watching to see what Chad does, or going up against Noah again? What are your thoughts on future in the league?
Oh yeah, I'm happy to face anyone. Also excited to keep watching these matches and see what happens. These are fantastic questions, and I'd love to play against my husband. I beat him recently in a horror match, but barely, and I think he would probably beat me here. But
well, you never know. Well, it's
so
funny you mentioned that because I was going to say, Stacy also called out Chad, so that match will be happening next month. But after that, it looks like Noah and Kerri both want a stab at Chad. Maybe a triple threat match is up for grabs. Maybe in the future. Maybe we'll put Noah, Kerri, and Chad in a match together. That might be something fun to look forward to in the future. But that'll be very interesting to see. Kelsey, your thoughts on today's match? Like, how do you feel these competitors did, and are you excited to see them going forward?
Hey guys, this is really exciting. You guys were like neck and neck the whole time. Honestly, Kerri, those actors and actresses questions were kind of hard. I could barely read them. They were so hard. So I'm just impressed how, like, even when you drop down to multiple choice, you really got some of them. So kudos to you. And Noah, of course, congratulations. You both played like so well today. And thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Thank you.
And now, as always, we'd love to know where our audience can find you guys if you guys are anywhere else. So, Kerri, where can they find you elsewhere?
I host actually a horror sort of internet show where we just talk about different things in the horror world with Hunter Chambliss and my husband, Chad Webb, and that's called Welcome to Primetime. It's on Hunter's network, Nerd Entertainment Network.
Really cool. Awesome. Nice. And Noah, where can they find you?
You can find me on some of the other leagues like Opening Night Trivia League. You can find me at TMG, where I've been doing a lot of movie Battleground, which is movie debates. So you'll see me judging, hosting, and playing in a couple of them. If you guys know Kevin Poss, I play against him more recently, I believe. But I also have my own podcast, which has a couple episodes up right now. I took a little break, and I should be getting back to putting more episodes out. You can find that on pretty much any major podcast listening host with McLevin's Movie Moments.
Awesome.
That's also the Instagram handle as well if you want to go and follow that page on Instagram. So
perfect. And I'll put it in the bio as well. So thank you guys so much for doing this. And we're excited to see both of your futures in this league now that Noah, you're 1-0, and Kerri, you're 0-1. Both looking for some comeuppance on Chad from some friendly competition to see what that'll bring. I'm very excited to see what it'll bring. So thank you guys both so much. And Kelsey will be getting very shortly to our next match, which is two more rookies, Brian and Malcolm. And we're back after a very, very 2-second short brief break. And we're back for our second match in our doubleheader. This is our headlining match for this doubleheader. Again, two doubleheader matches with all rookies. The last one, Noah and Kerri, was very exciting. Got a TKO, Noah, but Kerri also put up a good fight. And now we have two more rookies, Malcolm and Brian, getting ready to step into the Marvel Trivia League. Kelsey, do you have any thoughts going this, or just are you very excited like you were for the last one?
I'm just as excited for this one, Bill, as I was the last one. We just had a great match with Noah and Kerri, and I'm excited to see two new rookies, two more friends for the channel. I'm so excited.
Yes, we're growing the network week by week by week, and so why don't we bring them right in? So introducing first. I love this nickname, by the way. It's inspired by one of my favorite Marvel movies. Not MCU, but definitely Marvel adjacent. Introducing first, it is Brian Pizza Time Nussbaum. How you doing?
It's very good. Try this out. See how the questions go, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, you just got to see what happens. I mean, these rookie matches, it's always just like getting a gauge to how much you know about the MCU. So then in the future, when you have future matches, it's like, okay, what do I need to study and like, how can I make it even better? But most of the rookies we've had have really come in with a really great base knowledge. We got to ask you, Brian, because we forgot to ask our two competitors in our earlier match. What is your favorite MCU film? What's your favorite Marvel film?
Favorite MCU Endgame.
Okay,
And
same.
Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Nice. And I assume that's what inspired the Pizza Time
Exactly.
nickname. Right. Great. And do you have any sort of words for your opponent? Are you playing this more of like a smack talk heel side? Are you going to bring out your more face side? Or are you just here to answer questions and have fun?
Just do my best.
Cool. That's always a good way to go. And his opponent, hailing from New Zealand, it is the Rogue Kiwi, Malcolm Lay. How you doing, Malcolm?
Doing good.
Great. And same question to you. Like, how do you feel like you're gonna fare in this match? What's your prep been like? How big of a Marvel fan are you? And what's your favorite Marvel movie?
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't do a lot of prep for this one. Just for saying, as one of those was like, when I do Formula randomly, I've written a lot of Marvel questions and stuff.
Right.
So I kind of taken that knowledge as I write them. And my favorite like MCU movie is Endgame, and my favorite Marvel movie is actually Days of Future Past.
Nice, Days of Future Past.
Oh, that's a good choice. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. So we got some big Endgame fans here. So maybe there will be Endgame questions. Maybe there won't. You guys will be disappointed. But Malcolm, same to you. Are you playing this from any sort of character perspective in terms of smack talk? Or are you just here to have fun, answer some questions?
Just here to have fun, answer questions.
Great. Yeah, keeping things positive, especially with rookies. You know, you got to just enjoy being here and answer some questions, and then as later matches will come on, maybe some rivalries will form and different challenges will be thrown out. But why don't we get to the match? Starting with round number 1. The rules for round 1 are pretty standard. And players will be asked 10 questions in the realm of the MCU. Players will have about 15 seconds to write down their answer, and then they will reveal their written answers and speak them aloud when asked. Each question is worth only 1 point. If a competitor gets all 10 questions right, they will be asked an 11th bonus question, so you can get up to 11 points in this round. Players must keep their hands on screen at all times. Players have 3 time heists if they would like to repeat the question and borrow some more time, or if they just want the question clarified. And then we'll just have you do your 3 time heists or repeats. And 1 Mjolnir. If you feel like a question has been ruled unfairly, or you don't think the answer is correct, or anything along those lines, you want to challenge, throw in your Mjolnir, throw in your challenge, and we will address it. And if you do get your challenge, you'll be able to keep using your challenge. And if you lose your challenge, you will not be able to use another challenge. But we haven't had many challenges, luckily, in this league, except for my match against Zach. I got a little challenge heavy, but it's okay. So with that, I will ask, Malcolm, are you ready?
Yeah.
Brian, are you ready? Great. And Kelsey, you have the catchphrase now. So Kelsey, why don't you say it right now?
Oh my gosh, what is it? Oh, let the marvelous movie match begin. Is that what I came up with?
Sure, we'll play around with that. So Kelsey will be asking the odds, and I'll be asking the even. So Kelsey, take it away with question 1.
Alrighty, question 1. First question of round 1. In the category of phase 1, simple enough. What South Asian country is Bruce Banner hiding out in at the beginning of the Avengers?
It's an interesting one. It's kind of a geography question. You got to figure out, like, what are the South Asian countries first, and then figuring that out.
A little bit of a hint there, definitely.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the first question. As they go on, I will stop giving hints. It's okay. 5, 4, 3.
Time heist.
Oh, Malcolm's asking for his first repeat, his first time heist. Thank you for referring to it as time heist. That's fun. Kelsey, repeat the question.
What South Asian country is Bruce Banner hiding out in at the beginning of the Avengers?
Nice. Look at that. Malcolm off the bat using his time heist. Borrow some extra time to think about that answer. Or maybe it was just because he needed to write it out fully. We'll find out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you got, Malcolm?
Not sure if it's Asian now. Is it Bhutan?
That is incorrect. Brian?
Incorrect.
I guess Lagos?
That is also incorrect. 2 good guesses, but the answer was India. India. He's hiding out in the beginning of the Avengers. It's okay. Question 2. Phase 2. Moving right along. What U.S. state is Peter Quill from? Another kind of geography question.
I realized that after I put both of these questions right after one another.
It's fine.
2 questions about locations.
It's okay. I mean, there are a lot
Just
of
have to be
locations.
about the US, which I know a lot about it.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start with Brian this time. What do you got, Brian?
I guess Missouri.
That is correct. Malcolm.
Good
I
guess.
put Nevada.
Nevada. Okay. So Brian has a 1-point lead now, heading into question 3. Kelsey, take it away.
Question number 3 in the category of Phase 3. What outdated chain establishment does Carol Danvers crash land into when she arrives on Earth in Captain Marvel?
That's right. I like this question for personal reasons.
Do you remember having these around, Dylan?
Of course. I think
sure
that's
do.
also kind of a semi-hint. So there you go. Free hints.
I said outdated chain establishment.
Oh, okay. So it is in the question. My bad.
It is in the
5,
question.
4, 3, 2, 1. Malcolm, what do you got?
I believe there's still one open somewhere in the States, but it's Blockbuster.
That is correct. There is
That
one
is
in
correct.
Bend, Oregon, still living. Brian, what do you got?
Blockbuster Video.
That's right. So now Brian
Nice.
keeps his 1-point lead, 2-1. Moving on to question 4 in the category of the Avengers. This can come from any of the 4 Avengers movies. You will hear Tony say the line, "Get lost, Squidward," in which Avengers film? So you got a 1 in 4 shot. That's the beauty of the categories. They kind of narrow it down for you.
And an iconic quote, you know?
Very. Everyone laughed in this theater when I saw it.
Absolutely.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, what do you got?
Avengers Video War.
That is correct. And Malcolm?
Avengers Infinity War.
Correct.
Nice.
Really getting stride, everyone. All right, Kelsey, question 5.
Getting into a
Or
groove
6.
here.
Yeah, 5,
All right.
5.
Question 5. I have the odds. In the realm of Who Said It, in Avengers Infinity War, whose final words are, "You will never be a god"?
It's already 2 Infinity War questions back to back, so
2
you study that,
location
you're
questions
welcome.
back
If
to
you
back.
yeah, it's all up to chance. You never know what match you're gonna get. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna start with Malcolm.
It's one of 2 for me. Is it Loki?
It is Loki.
That's
Brian,
correct.
what do you have?
I put Doctor Strange.
That's okay. So now Malcolm ties it up 3-3. Another close match. We love them so much here. The close matches on Marvelous Movie Mondays. All right, moving on to category 6, which is villains. Maya Hansen helps which MCU villain develop Extremis, the treatment that allows the human body to heal and regenerate itself? This one's a little tougher because we're not giving you any movies. We're just giving you names of characters and different
Treatments.
little things and treatments. Yeah, but let's see how much they know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, what do you got?
Audrey Killian.
That is correct. Malcolm.
Aldrich Killian.
Nice
Nice.
pull. 4-4. Another tight match. I love it. Question 7. This is Kelsey's question. Sorry.
All
Really
good. Question 7 in the category of Disney Plus. What is the name of the gang Maya is in charge of in Hawkeye?
I do like the character of Maya. I hope we see her more. I know we will because we're getting an Echo series, but
We sure are.
very excited.
This is our second question that
Features of
is
Maya.
about a Maya.
Different Maya, but
I sense a theme happening here, Dill.
well, you did write the questions, so maybe you sensed a theme when writing them. 5, 4,
Subconsciously.
3, 2, 1. Starting with Malcolm.
The Tight Rope Gang.
That is incorrect. Pizza
Incorrect.
time. What do you got?
I guess that's where we get Jets.
That is also incorrect. 2 good guesses. The answer was, what is it, Kelsey?
The Tracksuit Mafia.
Tracksuit Mafia. I know. The Disney Plus questions and the new releases are a little tougher because they are more recent, but we try to keep them, somewhat studyable. But yeah, those were some tough questions, so good job. Question 8. In the realm of Spider-Man, What is the name of the girl Peter has a crush on in Spider-Man Homecoming? Make sure to say that title clearly, because there are 3 movies now.
And they all have home in them.
They do. I still get the other movies confused sometimes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, what do you got?
Liz?
That is correct. Malcolm.
Liz Allen.
Nice. And he got the last name. Nice. But we were just looking for Liz, so you both will get that point. 5-5. Moving on to question 9. We got 2 left.
Question 9 in the category of new releases. In Black Widow, David Harbour plays Alexei, who may also be known by what supervillain alias?
This is an interesting question because I feel like, yeah, supervillain makes sense, but I feel like at the end it's more superhero. You know, he has a good arc.
Yeah.
Read it.
I'm
And
excited to see what his future is in the MCU.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Malcolm, what do you got?
Red Guardian.
That is correct. And Brian.
It was either, I put Taskmaster. It was either one or the other.
That's incorrect. So Malcolm now
you
takes a
mixed up.
1-point lead. That is okay. It's still a close game. And your final question in this round, number 10, which is in the realm of actors and actresses. What Oscar-winning actor plays Thor and Loki's father in Thor, Thor the Dark World, and Thor Ragnarok? Another actor I am very, very fond of.
Good one.
Very good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, what do you got?
Anthony Hopkins.
That's correct. And Malcolm.
Well, Sam Neill plays fake Odin. Anthony Hopkins is the real one.
That's right. Thank you for putting both. We were looking for Anthony Hopkins, so you will get that point. And with that, Malcolm has a 1-point lead heading into round 2. It is 7-6, a very close match. Malcolm has 2 repeats left. Brian has all 3, but a really good first round for both of them. I mean, these rookies are really averaging high on these first round questions. So moving on to round 2, how it'll work. It is the wheel round. Each player will spin the wheel to determine a category. You are allowed a respin if you would like, but if you do respin, you are obliged to take whatever the wheel lands on if you spin again. So you must take that second spin if you do spin again. I am Iron Man correlates to spinner's choice. If you hit it, you get to pick your category. If it's I am inevitable, it is opponent's choice, and your opponent will pick. And if you land on opponent's choice on your first spin, you must take opponent's choice. There is no respin on that. There will be 5 questions, and players will have about 15 seconds to speak their answer aloud. They do not have to write it down unless they want to for clarity for themselves or us. Questions are worth 2 points, but if a competitor would like to check down to multiple choice, they can, and those will be worth 1 point. So the other competitor can steal. If the answer is incorrect, they will be given the full repeat of the question and or the options if it's multiple choice, and they will get a chance to steal those points. And of course, as always, players must keep their hands on screen at all times. Like I said, Malcolm has 2 time heists left. Brian has 3, and you each have a Mjolnir. Malcolm, because you have a 1-point lead, would you like to spin first? Would you like to defer to Brian? What would you like to do?
I will spin first.
Great. So this is your first spin. If you're not happy with it, you can always respin, unless it's, of course, opponent's choice. Oh, wow, and it is not opponent's choice. It is actually spinner's choice. I am Iron Man. So, Malcolm, you will have the option to pick any of these categories that you so please. Which would you like?
So just to clarify, Disney Plus doesn't have Moon Knight in it yet.
No, Moon Knight will not be on there until the series is wrapped, and even then it'll be very vague.
But anyway, I'm gonna go for actors and actresses.
Great. Actors and actresses. Kelsey will be asking the questions to Malcolm in actors and actresses. Let me just swipe down to see. There we go. I have it. Kelsey, whenever you're ready, take it away. Actors and actresses.
Alrighty. Question 1. Who plays Peggy Carter, Steve Rogers' love interest, who he meets during World War II?
Haley Atwell.
That is correct. 2 points.
All right. Question number 2. What Oscar-winning actor plays Justin Hammer in Iron Man 2?
Sam Rockwell.
That was also
correct. This is great. Okay. Question number 3. Who voices the Spider-Man suit interface Karen in Spider-Man Homecoming?
I'm gonna go multiple choice.
Alrighty. Is it A, Demi Moore, B, Colby Smulders, C, Courtney Cox, or D, Jennifer Connelly?
I'm glad I didn't just jump for it. Jennifer Connelly.
That is correct for
That's
1
correct.
point. Very good use of multiple choice there.
All right, question number 4. What funny female actor plays Darcy Lewis, Jane Foster's assistant in Thor, Thor the Dark World, and WandaVision?
Kat Dennings.
That's
That
also
is correct. All right, and lastly, question number 5. Who plays Clint Barton's wife, Laura Barton?
Linda Cardellini.
That is correct.
That is correct.
A big round for Malcolm. He got everything but one, which he checked down to multiple choice, but he got that as well. So it is now a score of 16-6. So he takes a 10-point lead there, but it is okay because Brian still has to spin the wheel and do his questions as well. So Brian, here's your first spin. And it looks like it's new releases. Brian, would you like to keep new releases or would you like to spin again? But if you do spin again, you will have to take whatever it lands on.
I'll go spin again.
All right.
Have fate.
Tempting fate. That's right. All right. And oh,
I guess
it
it
looks
looks
like
that one.
Fate really wants you to do new releases. It is new releases. So I'll be asking you 5 questions in new releases. I love the sound effect of the wheel. It just gets so excited. Anyway, your questions in new releases, you have 5 questions. And remember, multiple choice is available. What is the name of Trevor Slattery's pet in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
Can I get multiple choice on this one?
Yeah, of course. Is it A, Murphy, B, Morris, C, Morty, or D, Malachi?
Malachi?
That is incorrect. So Malcolm for the steal. What is the name of Trevor Slattery's pet in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? Is it A, Murphy, B, Morris, C, Morty, or D, Malachi?
Morris.
Morris is correct for a 1-point steal, extending that lead to 11. That is okay. There's still 4 questions left for Brian to send it to make it a much closer match. In Black Widow, Natasha and her family are seen residing in what state at the beginning of the film?
Multiple choice?
Is it A, Pennsylvania, B, Kansas, C, Ohio, or D, West Virginia?
West Virginia?
That is incorrect. So Malcolm for another steal, 1-point steal. In Black Widow, Natasha and her family are seen residing in what state at the beginning of the film? A, Pennsylvania, B, Kansas, C, Ohio, or D, West Virginia?
Ohio.
For another 1-point steal, that is correct, taking the lead to 12. But it's still okay. There's still 3 other questions in new releases. These are a little harder, because these movies are all very fresh. Less time to study them. But Brian's still doing well so far. Question 3. What song does Katie sing in order to distract stupid people with the art of confusion in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
Multiple choice?
Is it A, A Whole New World from Aladdin? B, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X? C, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith? Or D, Hotel California by the Eagles?
Can I get a repeat of everything?
Yep. So that will be a time heist for a repeat of the question and the answers. What song does Katie sing in order to, quote, distract stupid people with the art of confusion in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? A, A Whole New World from Aladdin. B, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. C, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. And D, Hotel California by the Eagles.
Take us here, Old Town Road.
That is incorrect. So for another 1-point steal, I'm going to give it to Malcolm. What song does Katie sing in order to distract stupid people with the art of confusion in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? Is it A, A Whole New World from Aladdin? B, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X? C, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith? Or D, Hotel California by the Eagles?
Hotel California.
That is correct for another 1-point steal, but it is still okay because with 19-6, this means that Brian will have to hit his next 2 questions, but one of them can still be multiple choice if he wants to get to 9, or he can hit both of them without multiple choice and take his total to 10. So, your 4th question, Brian. In Eternals, who or what killed Ajax?
Multiple choice on this one.
Okay. Is it A, Arishem, B, Thena, C, Icarus, or D, a deviant?
Icarus?
That is incorrect. Malcolm, for the 1-point steal, and this will give you a KO if you get this on a steal. Is it A, Arishem, B, Thena, C, Icarus, or D, a deviant?
Vina?
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was D, a deviant. So for the last question, Brian, in new releases, in one of the post-credit scenes of Eternals, we meet Eros, the brother of which MCU villain?
Thanos.
Thanos. That is correct.
That is correct.
That brings you to 8. So unfortunately, that is the end. And your winner, by way of knockout, it is the Rogue Kiwi, Malcolm Lay. Congratulations. The final score being 19-8. In the final round, you can only get 10, so that is unfortunately a knockout. But Brian, that was a really strong last pull on that question. It was a very tough wheel round for
Tough
you.
category.
But you said, though, you just wanted to wing it, have some fun. You said you were going to tempt fate, and obviously the wheel was not kind to you today. But you had a really, really great round 1. You obviously showed that you know a lot about Marvel, and that was a tough round too, especially because the new releases are all so new. It's hard to study them all, but you definitely did show a lot of promise in this league, and did it on such short notice too. Both competitors. How do you feel today's match went for you?
It felt okay. Knew there was I knew. Those questions I see them once, so I made them be fresh in my mind. So, and that was the actors. What I actually knew all of them. So if I'm not going to take it, I would know all those.
Right. Yeah, it's always sometimes it comes down to the wheel and what you know and what you don't. But especially with new releases, it's always a 50-50. Like you either really know it or you don't. And those were some tough questions. Malcolm, how do you feel about the match? I mean, you obviously had a really strong round 2, very close in round 1, but you ended up taking it away with some big time steals. How do you feel it went?
I mean, I like getting a KO is just good. Because like, it's always hard for me to get a KO in regular trivia because I'm often playing against beats. But this is just one that I feel confident about. Like, I'm a big Marvel guy. I like sort of everything to do, and like I'm one of those ones that still keep on watching the MCU shows, even when some people may check out of them. So, but they're just a lot of fun.
Yeah. So now always the question we like to ask is going forward, do you intend to keep going forward in the lead? What are you guys going to do different to change up maybe your game plan? What are you going to study going forward? And are you looking at any maybe previous opponents, or are you just looking to face whoever you want, or are you retiring? You can do one of many things. Malcolm, first starting with you, what are your plans going forward?
I'm definitely going to keep going because I have a lot of fun. I just love answering questions and trivia and that. As to who I want to face, I can't think of any at the moment. I'm always happy to face whoever's put in front of me. So
nice. Love to hear it. And pizza time, Brian, you have one of the best nicknames in the league. Do you plan on continuing forward and taking on some new matches?
Of course, I love Marvel, so maybe next time the wheel will stuck me with new releases.
Yeah.
And as for people faced in the league, I think Chad in this league, there's Chris, West, so probably either one of those guys.
Yeah. I was gonna say a lot of people are out for Chad for some reason.
Everyone's out for Chad.
I'm looking for revenge on Chris. He knocked me out my debate in Movie Battle. I'm also looking for revenge on here.
Interesting. So maybe a future Malcolm versus Brian too, and like you said, you want to shout out Chris. Maybe Chris will take you on in a future match. But thank you guys both so much for doing this, and a well fought match. I mean, that round one was really back and forth, really close, and again, these rookies have been bringing it for round one and round two. Sometimes the wheel just is not friendly to one side and very friendly to the other, or sometimes it's just a matter of what movies you've seen and how many times. And with the new releases, it's very tough because it's hard to study it over and over. But you guys both did really, really well. And thank you so much for doing this. And I have to ask one last thing. Brian and Malcolm, both. I will start with you, Brian. Where can they find you on the internet if they want to check out any of your other stuff?
Check me out online. Do trivia matches, mostly on movie battles, which is the Disney Pixar League. My talent match is airing this week against Kelly's, and mostly on the JPO channel. Being with you most of the time.
Nice. And is it true that you met Howie Mandel? I saw that in your picture you sent me. Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. And
what?
Malcolm,
That's so cool.
Malcolm, where can they find you?
You can find me over on Take 3 Productions, where I host a Rankum every week. Next week's episode is going to be all about Francis Ford Coppola movies. You can also find me over on Full Metal, where I host Full Metal Random, in which I host trivia matches on a bunch of random topics, like maybe someone will want a challenge on an MCU or Disney, or even they will want to go even out there and want to do a Survivor match or a Big Brother match.
I was gonna say I might want to take a shot at Survivor trivia, and I'm sure Kelsey would be itching to maybe try some Marvel trivia over there for Marvel Full Metal Random. Maybe I'll have to get her in that group. First, we got to get Kelsey on Facebook again. But thank you,
Please,
Malcolm,
I'm good.
and Brian both. Yeah, she deleted her Facebook, but thank you guys both again for doing this, and congratulations, Malcolm, on the win, Brian on a well fought victory, and we look forward to seeing you guys again soon. And Kelsey, we'll just wrap it up really quickly with us since it's the end of our episode. Two really, really great matches. Two really, really well-fought matches. Four really great competitors. Did you like what you saw today?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, Dill, that wheel, sometimes, like you said, it's really kind to others and it's really mean to the others. You know what I mean? I know what it feels like to get that I am Iron Man spin, and Malcolm just picked the strongest category for him. He proved it with actors and actresses, and I feel bad that Brian got stuck with new releases. That category is so hard.
He's the first one though. He's our guinea pig. He's the first one to hit it. That's another thing too. Actors and actresses have been hit before, so as Who Said It a bunch of times. So it's really a matter of how much these questions have been asked to and how deep into the well of knowledge we go. But two really great matches. So next week we will be covering the most recent episodes, 2 episodes of Moon Knight, because we took a week off this week for trivia, and then next week we'll be back with Moon Knight. And the week after will be Doctor Strange review. Very excited for that to come out. And then the week after that, we will talk about the Moon Knight finale. A lot of exciting stuff coming out. And as Malcolm alluded when he brought up Moon Knight, it will be in the Trivia League starting as soon as the finale ends. Moon Knight is fair game. Obviously, the cuts won't be too deep cut for the first few months just because it is so fresh. And rewatches are, not as common this early. But there will be some Moon Knight questions. So that'll be fun to see as more Marvel movies come out, see how it adds up. Doctor Strange, not as much because we want to wait till it's on streaming to add it to the league. But
definitely,
this has been really fun, Kels. Obviously, you can know where to find us both. But Kelsey, if you want to tell us one more time where they can find you.
Oh, yeah, sure. You can find me on Instagram at Kelsey A. Kilpatrick. You can find me on TikTok, Cause13, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cause Productions.
Great. And you can find me at all those socials down there. I don't need to bore you guys again. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week. And great job to all 4 competitors who competed today: Noah, Kerri, Malcolm, and Brian. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you next time.